Hi, this is Liam from Orange Brackets. Welcome to today's tutorial. We've got a real-world challenge. Sales are slipping, and product pages don't sound like one brand. Our job is to build a repeatable workflow that audits and rewrites listings so they're premium, plain, and easy to find. No hype, no jargon, clear benefits, and the right search terms up front. In this notebook, we'll load the data, spot tone problems, align the brand voice, and use a language model to generate consistent copy plus a small action plan. If we can lift click-through and conversion before the holidays, we keep the budget and the momentum. Let's get started. First, let's understand what we're fixing. We'll load the product listings and peek at a few rows. This gives us a quick feel for tone drift, keyword gaps, and where the copy leans too hard on specs. Think of it as a quick health check before we treat anything. So let's import Pandas, the library for working with table-like data. We'll bring it in as PD so it's fast to type. Now we'll load our product listings CSV from the datasets folder into a Pandas data frame. We'll store it in a variable called products so it's easy to reference. Before we do anything advanced, let's preview the first few rows with head. This confirms the load worked and shows us which columns we have. Right away, you'll likely see issues. Some listings use slang. Others overpromise. Many lead with specs instead of benefits. When pages don't share one voice, shoppers can't find what they need and trust drops. That's why a consistent voice matters across every SKU. Next, we'll bring in the brand voice guide and the high-volume search queries. Think of the voice guide as our compass and the queries as our fuel. We'll weave those search phrases in early, but naturally, so pages are easy to find and easy to read. First, let's load the brand voice guide from the datasets folder into a data frame called voice. Now we've got the tone and style rules in a tidy table we can reference. Then we'll pull in the search queries and store them as queries so we can see what people actually type and connect that to the brand voice. Quick check. Let's show the first 3 rows of voice to confirm it loaded, see the columns, and spot any oddities early. We'll do the same for queries. 3 rows to get a feel for the structure and any cleaning we might need. Great. Now we're clear on tone and style. Warm expert voice, plain language, and specifics that matter. We also know which search terms to prioritize for each category. That keeps our copy on brand and search-friendly at the same time. Before we write, let's set priorities. A simple bar chart will show how many SKUs are high, medium, or low. This helps us focus time where it makes the biggest difference. To plot, we'll bring in Matplotlib. It gives us a simple way to draw charts right from Python. From the products table, we'll count how many SKUs fall into each priority. We'll put those counts into a tidy series called Prio, ready for plotting. Now let's make a bar chart. We'll color the bars tomato, gold, and sky blue for quick visual separation. We'll keep the axis object so we can tweak the look if we need to. Add a clear title so the chart tells its story at a glance. SKU count by priority. Label the y-axis as count. That way the numbers are unmistakable. And show the plot. Priorities along the bottom. Counts up the side. We'll start with high priority SKUs. That's where the biggest impact is. It also gives leaders visible progress before the board review. Quick wins build trust. Now we'll set up our generative AI building blocks. We'll use LangChain with a chat model to standardize voice and structure. In simple terms, LangChain helps us control the prompt and the output format, so every listing sounds like Lunalux and includes the right terms. Let's import our toolkit. Chat OpenAI from LangChain will handle conversations with OpenAI models. Prompt template will help us craft clean, reusable prompts. And load.env lets us safely read settings, like API keys, from a local file. Now we'll load that .env file. This pulls your environment variables into the app so the API key is available without hard-coding anything. Time to create the chat model. We'll use GPT-4o Mini, fast and capable, and set the temperature to 0.3 to keep responses focused and consistent. We'll store this client in LLM so we can reuse it throughout the project. Here's where the prompt does the heavy lifting. We enforce the warm expert voice. We lead with benefits before specs. And we place a preferred search term early without stuffing. We also ask for a tight headline, a short description, 3 focused bullets, and a quick plan, with owner and deadline. That last part turns copy into action. Let's start by crafting a multi-line prompt template. This will be our blueprint that the model fills in with real values. Here we set the role and the mission. Use Lunalux's specific voice and rewrite a product in a given category with a polished premium tone. We're nudging the model to front-load the search term or keywords, great for SEO and immediately signaling relevance. Now we pass in the current copy and a target tone, so the rewrite keeps the context but shifts style intentionally. We define the output shape, start with a headline and keep it tight, 8 words or fewer for punch. Then we want a 3-sentence description, concise, clear, and impactful. Next, 3 bullets that lead with benefits, include voice notes, and show exactly where keywords should land. And we cap it with an action plan, priority, owner, and deadline. So this isn't just pretty text, it's ready to execute. That wraps the template, structured and easy for the model to follow. Here we wire the template into a prompt object and declare every variable it needs. Product, category, current text, tone, keywords, search term, voice, owner, deadline, and priority, so substitution is safe and predictable. Finally, we pipe the prompt into the language model, forming a clean chain, give it inputs, and it formats the prompt and generates the result in one smooth step. Now we run the chain on the high-priority SKUs. We map each category to its best search term, generate the copy, and attach a mini plan so someone can ship it. Watch for benefit-first phrasing, clear voice notes, and early keyword placement that still reads natural. Let's start by building a category to preferred term lookup from the queries table. That way, for any category, we can instantly grab the search term the team wants us to use. Now we'll narrow the products list to only the high-priority items. These are the ones we'll generate copy for first. We'll go row by row through those top priority products. For each one, we send a structured prompt into our language model. The product name, its category, the current description and tone, target keywords, and the preferred search term from our lookup, falling back to blank if we don't have one. We also include a short voice style guide, plus the owner, deadline, and priority. The model's response comes back as out. Finally, let's print a clean header with the product's name, then show the model's generated text, trimmed so there's no extra white space. Easy to read, one product at a time. Notice the consistency across products. The tone is calm and confident. Keywords show up early but don't feel forced. Benefits come before specs, so shoppers get the why before the what. And each item has an owner and a deadline, which makes this execution ready. Let's wrap up. We took messy, mismatched listings and turned them into clear, premium copy that sounds like one brand. We wove in high-intent search terms early to improve findability and clicks. And we produced a mini rewrite plan so the team can move fast. Next steps, export the rewritten copy and plan to a CSV or your CMS. Expand from high to medium priority SKUs. A/B test, headlines, and keyword placement on high-traffic pages. Measure CTR and conversion, then iterate. With this repeatable workflow in place, Lunalux can scale consistent, search-ready listings ahead of the holiday rush. Nice work.